we on the brink of an American Civil War? A lot of people seem to think so. I see that the FBI claims that there's plans for 50 armed protests on all of the state capitals. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. It's pretty hard for me to imagine North Dakota or Wyoming marching on their state capital. There just simply doesn't seem to be any reason to do that. And so I think that's questionable. But to be sure, the heat of the blood in the United States seems to be a little bit high. The temperatures are ridiculously high. The rhetoric is very high, and the hyperbole is out of control. I'm gonna read to you a little piece that was on my Facebook, from a friend that I knew when I was in the military. And here it goes. Huge numbers of our population believe in a complete alternative reality. Alternate facts, as it were. But just as intensely as I believe they are deluded, they think I am the one who is deluded. Maybe I am. So how can I be confident in my perception? It can be quite difficult. But I have found that in times of political confusion, particularly when emotions are running high and creating tunnel vision, the presence of Nazis can be an extremely helpful indicator. If I am attending a local demonstration or event and I see Nazis, neo-Nazis, casual Nazis, master race Nazis, or the latest whatever uber mythology Nazis, I figure out which side they are on. And if they are on my side of the demonstration, then I am on the wrong side. It is tough to argue moral equivalence when I'm standing next to a Nazi. Look to my right. Is there a guy wearing a 6 million wasn't enough t-shirt? I am on the wrong side. Look to my left. If that guy is wearing a Camp Auschwitz t-shirt, then I'm on the wrong side. Are speakers being applauded for referring to things that Hitler got right? Wrong side. Team Spirit face paint and hat with animal horns? This is actually an unclear indicator that could mean anything, but safest to keep my distance from that guy anyway, even at a football game. However, I can always rely on the presence of Nazis as a guiding light through a fog of disinformation. Some things are relative, and politics can absolutely have its opposing sides and gray areas, but evil and good are absolute, so just look for the Nazis and make your own decisions. Okay, so that's the end of that Facebook post, and to me, if you're seeing that many Nazis, it's time to get a different hobby. It's time to hang out in different areas, and it's probably time to move away. I, for one, am not convinced that there's that many flavors of Nazis. I know that there's neo-Nazis in America. I know that there's white supremacist groups. I know there's far-right and far-left groups that pose a threat. But they're not so prominent as we might be made out to think, and every single person is being compared to a little Hitler or, a little Stalin. I did reply to this particular post, and I'll tell you what I had to say about it. I believe that the first two paragraphs were spot on because they called for introspection and they called for the possibility that we are not right about every single thing that we think and that we probably ought to give it some consideration, and so far I was with them. So I put, the first two paragraphs are spot on and deserve serious contemplation from all of us. Media, be it liberal or conservative, has divided us into two camps and convinced us that the other is pure evil. Enter the Nazi narrative. If one is a true student of World War II, they will have an understanding of what pure evil actually is and how hard it would be to compare to Hitler. The flippant comparisons of everyone we opposed as being a Nazi is hyperbole at its highest point. Incredibly, few people want to exterminate an entire race, take over the entire world, and literally kill, not persecute or oppress, Jews, gays, Jehovah's Witnesses, and anyone who speaks out against their beliefs. I don't believe that you do. I know I don't. I've never met anyone who wants to do the things that Hitler actually did. Not Biden, not Trump, not any politician that's in a prominent position in America right now. There is too much hyperbole, and it has brought us to the brink of civil war in America. I truly hope that you don't believe that the 75 million people who voted for Trump are all a bunch of Hitlers. I don't think how many ever people it was that voted for Biden are all Stalins. It's just too much. There was one Hitler. He's dead. And other than Satan, there's no one that can really rightly be compared to him. And that's my belief on the hyperbole about Hitler. The Hitlers, the Stalins, there aren't that many. They're once-in-a-lifetime figures that have come along, and thank God that they're gone. Am I saying that there's not serious threats in America? That's not what I'm saying at all. There are some very serious threats in America. And of course, I believe that Biden is going to be a terrible president. I believe he's senile. I believe that he has terrible ideas, and even in his prime, it wasn't good for America. But I don't think he's Hitler. I don't think he's Stalin. And I don't think that at this point, it's a very good idea to have an armed revolt. I think what we really need to do is on the local level start controlling our politics. The vast majority of the counties in America are red. The vast majority of counties voted for Trump. And the truth of the matter is, if we control our counties, our states, our towns, then we will win the next election. Because the problem is with the Dominion voting system is it was at the state level that they allowed this whole thing to come in. And so that was a lot of the problem right there. And I really believe that we need to get back on track of taking care of business in America through the right ways, through politics. We need to be civically minded. We need to be involved in the electorate. And if we do that, we will win the next election. And we don't have to wait 4 more years. In 2 years, we will take the House and we will take the Senate. I truly believe that, because I believe that most of America is sensible. And I believe that if we are careful about what we do, the COVID excuse won't be there next time. I truly believe that that's what did this election in, was the whole COVID narrative and what it brought to the election. So a lot of these things should be reformed by that point if we mind our P's and Q's, if we stay on the backs of our legislators and take care of business. So is America on the brink of civil war? I don't know. I hope we're not. I hope that cooler heads prevail. And I also hope that you have a great day, and I will talk to you later.